Listen up. I'm about to tell you something that's going to make you rethink everything you've been taught. The world doesn't always reward kindness. Matter of fact, sometimes kindness will get you crushed, trampled on, and left for dead. I know what you're thinking. Denzel, that sounds harsh, but let me tell you, the truth is harsher than the lie. You've been taught to be nice, to turn the other cheek. You've been told that if you just keep smiling, keep doing the right thing, that everything will work out. Well, I'm here to tell you that's not always the case. Because some people, they don't care about your kindness. They'll take it and they'll use it against you. Kindness without boundaries leads to self-destruction. The idea that kindness is always virtuous is deeply ingrained in us from a young age. We're taught to be selfless, to give to others without hesitation, and to always be the bigger person. But here's the truth that few want to talk about. Kindness, when given without boundaries, can lead to self-destruction. The world is not a place where everyone will appreciate your goodness, and the more you give without limits, the more you leave yourself open to being drained. People intentionally or not will take advantage of your generous spirit. They'll ask for favors, rely on you emotionally, and expect your time, your energy, and your resources without ever considering your well-being. And as you continue to pour into others without replenishing yourself, you begin to lose something crucial, your energy. Over time, this depletion doesn't just wear you down physically, but emotionally and mentally as well. Your kindness, which was meant to help, ends up leaving you hollow. And when you're drained, you're not able to show up for the things that matter most yourself, your family, your dreams. Without clear boundaries, your kindness will not be a blessing, but a curse. People will take as much as you give. One of the hardest truths to face is that there are people who will take from you as long as you let them. It doesn't matter how kind you are or how much you give. If someone is only interested in taking, they will exploit your good nature. They will take your time, your emotional energy, your expertise, your resources, and they'll do it without hesitation. And the worst part, they will never feel bad about it. In fact, many of these people won't even recognize the toll they're taking on you. They won't see how exhausted you are because they're too focused on their own needs. And the more you give, the more they take. The cycle continues until you've got nothing left. You could give them everything, your last dime, your last ounce of energy, and when you're drained, they won't be around to pick you up. They've already gotten what they wanted, and now they'll move on to the next person. You will be left wondering how it happened, why it happened, and why you didn't see it coming. The truth is, people who take without giving will never appreciate what you do for them until it's too late, if at all. Kindness is not weakness, but lack of boundaries is. There's a dangerous misconception that if you stand up for yourself, if you set limits or demand respect, you're somehow not a good person. That if you're not willing to drop everything for someone in need, you're selfish, unkind, or unhelpful. But that's just not true. Kindness is not the same as being a doormat. Being kind doesn't mean you let people walk all over you or take advantage of your time and resources. On the contrary, true kindness is grounded in strength and respect. It's about knowing when to give and when to protect yourself. You can't keep giving to others at the expense of your own peace of mind, your own energy, and your own dreams. Setting boundaries and saying no is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength and self-respect. When you know your value, when you understand that your time and energy are precious, you protect it. You give from a place of abundance, not depletion. You choose where and to whom you give your energy. And this isn't selfishness, it's self-preservation. People will respect you more when you stand firm in your boundaries because they'll understand that you value yourself. And people who can't respect your boundaries, they don't deserve your kindness. People respect those who demand respect. In life, respect isn't given, it's earned. And one of the most important ways you earn respect is by respecting yourself first. If you let people mistreat you, if you let them take advantage of your time and energy without holding them accountable, you're sending the message that you don't value yourself. And if you don't value yourself, why should they? It's like walking around with a sign that says, I'm okay with being used and abused, and wondering why people don't treat you with the respect you deserve. But when you set clear boundaries and stand firm in your worth, people begin to respect you. When you say no to things that don't align with your values or that drain your energy, people start to take you seriously. They see that you're not afraid to assert yourself, to walk away from toxic situations, and to protect your peace. And when you stand your ground, you teach others how to treat you. People will either rise to meet your standards or fall away, and that's okay. You don't need to surround yourself with people who don't appreciate your worth. Respect starts with you, and when you demand it, others will follow suit. Don't sacrifice yourself for others' gain. One of the most dangerous traps we can fall into is the belief that we need to sacrifice ourselves for the sake of others. We're taught to be selfless, to put others first, to give and give and give. But here's the painful reality: when you sacrifice yourself too much, you end up with nothing left to give. And when you have nothing left to give, who will be there for you? Who will take care of you when you've given everything you have to others? The truth is, no one is going to take care of you the way you take care of yourself. No one is going to put your needs first unless you do. Constantly giving to others while sacrificing your own well-being leads to burnout, resentment, and emotional exhaustion. You have to ask yourself, why are you always the one giving, and why are others never doing the same for you? You have to stop living as though your worth is tied to how much you can do for others. You are not a machine. You are not a servant to the needs of the world. You have dreams, desires, and goals that deserve attention just as much as anyone else's. Don't sacrifice yourself for someone else's gain. Your needs matter just as much, if not more. And if someone cannot see that, then it's time to step back. Protect your energy and peace. Your peace of mind is everything. Without it, nothing else in your life will matter. You can't do great things, you can't work towards your dreams, and you can't be there for others if your own peace is compromised. Yet too many of us allow toxic people, negative situations, and draining relationships to take up space in our lives. We allow people to disturb our peace because we don't know how to say no, or because we're afraid of confrontation. But here's the thing: if it costs you your peace, it's too expensive. It's not worth it. If someone's energy is negative, if they're constantly pulling you down, if they're draining your spirit with their demands or their drama, you have every right to protect your peace by removing them from your life. It's not selfish to put your well-being first. It's necessary. Because when you're at peace with yourself, when you're energized, focused, and strong, you can take on the world. But when you're drained, when you're constantly dealing with emotional vampires, you can't do anything. So protect your peace with everything you've got. Don't let anyone or anything take it from you. Your energy is the most precious resource you have. Keep it sacred.